Hello all, and welcome to Night Rips. So we're going to do it again. We're going to go ahead and open up 4 more of these fat packs from the Fleer 92 retail box that I had picked up from an auction. So again, if you didn't catch, there's a chance for Roger Clemens' autograph in this. It's like 1 in 35,000. We're probably not going to get it. If we do, it will be a crazy video and definitely will post it all over the place. I'm not expecting to. So cross our fingers, we might find something, but we'll at least pull a nice nostalgic look back of 1992 baseball, 2 years before the strike. And right at the very heat of the junk wax time. So many cards, so much product was coming out. And unfortunately, they made so much of it. It's good because I can still find it relatively cheap today. It's bad because this is not stuff that you're going to make a ton of money on. Oh wow, this card is severely damaged. Look at that. It's got like a smudge and it's kind of messed up on here on the side. Boy, that kills its value. It might maybe 3 cents instead of 5. I don't know. But yep, that's always the problem with the junk wax stuff. So here's one of the league leaders. It's Lee Smith, and it's Lee Smith as a Cardinal. It's actually a good card. A great player back in the day. Man could throw some heat. Definitely great reliever. Okay. And again, I'm just gonna go through these relatively quick. Each one of these packs are 35 cards, and I said every name. This would be like an hour video, and I don't want to do that, or at least I try not to. Sometimes I do, but I just sometimes I like to hear myself talk. We got Prospect, Joel Johnson. Yeah, these little subsets I will always call out, or if they're any of the insert sets. Insert sets are a little harder to find, but this one's these little subsets, they're part of the base set. That base set being 720 cards, and all of the subsets are really, they're all cards above 652 and up, all the way up to well, 652 up to 713. And I don't know what's higher than that. There's another 7 cards. I don't know what those 7 cards are. I guess once I get around to going back through these, I'll try to put a set together and see what I have. So here's a league leader, Brave Terry Pendleton, and it's funny because the card right after him is Terry Pendleton, but I wonder if they planned it that way. If you're interested in reading about them, I'm letting you can pause the video. Of course, I know most of y'all are probably just skipping to the good stuff, which is not a lot when you're talking about the junk wax cards, but you never know. Try to keep them short so you don't have to speed through them. Another Prospect, Jarvis Brown. Yeah, and if there's things that you like that I'm doing, or things that you say don't do that anymore, just drop it in the comment section. There's Mike Greenwell, good player. You can drop it. Ron Gant, he's now the anchor for the morning news in Atlanta for Fox 5. Yeah, drop anything in the comments. I'd love to converse with you via the comment section, but I can't talk to you until you talk to me first. So there's Marcus Grissom, where he's one of the rookie trios from the 1990s Upper Deck that replaced the Mike Witt block his pants out video. It's Ryan Sandberg, great player. Not that a lot of these aren't. Just jumping through, like Omar Vizquel. There's a league leader, Dennis Martinez. Getting some different league leaders this time. Always a good thing. Don't mind dupes, but I love singles even more. And the last card, or no, next to last card, sorry, is Jeff Gardner prospect. Try to remember. His name vaguely rings a bell, but my mind's slippery, so sometimes I don't remember. So that's cool. We had plenty of prospects and a couple league leaders in the first pack. Again, these packs are the fat packs, 35 cards. A little different than the 17 card wax packs. So definitely more cards for your money. Not quite as good as rack packs because you can't see what's on the outside, but it is what it is. All right, right off the bat, we got another one of these superstar specials, and this time it is Ramon Martinez and Ozzie Guillen. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a little harder being landscape cards and having to flip them around. All right. Still, everything is just a subset of the base set. We don't have any of the inserts yet. Got another prospect, though. Terry Bross for the Mets. Don't remember him off the top of my head either. And maybe I'm just missing, you know, because you know that there's got to be, oh, no. Speak of the devil. There's Kenny Lofton. That's a good card. Yeah, I knew there had to be somebody that I would remember. Kenny Lofton. Wow. And sad, you look at his birthday and he's still older than I am. Robin Yount. So tell me, do y'all like these cards? I mean, it is good that they got the names so big on the side. I got another superstar. This time it is today and tomorrow. You have Mo Vaughn and Cecil Fielder. Two great players. And I guess it's yesterday and yesterday now if you look at the card, but that's the problem when you open cards that are, 20 or 30 years old. Everybody's probably Bobby Bonilla. Everybody's probably already, well, everybody's retired by now. There's Barry Bonds. Put him to the side. I know a lot of people don't care much for Barry Bonds, but I think he's still a great player. Unfortunately, wow, that's a skinny David Wells. Remember him at the end of his career when he was pitching for the Yankees. He was huge. Yeah, it is sad. There's Willie Banks. That's a nice card. It is sad that so many had to turn to PEDs there in the 90s, and it did change. And I know a lot of people are still upset about that one, but you look at just the number of stolen bases that he had. There's Jeff Bagwell. He's a good card. I mean, let me pull this up. Let's take a look, see if we can find his stolen bases. Yeah, you look at this first column, this first blue column here. Let me get it. I mean, he still stole a lot of bases. 91, he stole 43 bases. The year before, 52. So, it was always home runs. Granted, he was cracking them. He just was not cracking them to the same level that he was at the end. And we all know why. But yeah, he was an all-around good player. So it's sad that he felt he had to resort to enhancing himself. There's Rob Mayer. But these people play at a very ultra competitive level. I mean, the whole spider tack for baseball players, it's because they want, it's either, there's Steve Finley, that it's either, if you want to be a great pitcher, you got to do whatever it can take to make yourself a great pitcher, even if it is to push the limit a little bit. So another superstar special, it's Tiger tandems. You've got Stacey Jones, Bo Jackson, Greg Olson, and Frank Thomas. I wonder why it says Tiger. Because 2 of them are White Sox. Oh, that's why. Duh, because they all went to the University of Auburn. Wow, I did not know that. Huh. So Stacey Jones, Bo Jackson, Greg Olson, and Frank Thomas all went to Auburn. Interesting. Things you learn. There's Greg Vaughn. And Mookie Wilson. More great ones. That's part of some of these subsets. I go off on a tangent, and then I'll go off on a tangent from my tangent. And then it's kind of like when you start getting on Wikipedia and you start following links, and before you know it, you're down a path that you never started at. But sometimes that's just the fun of the journey. There's Dave Henderson. We got Ricky Henderson before. We got another prospect that I don't remember off the top, Monty Ferris. Here's your base Rocket card. I'm going to put him to the side since he was the spotlight for 1992 Fleer. There's Lee Smith again. Larry Walker. I'm going to put him aside. This would be 2 years after he started because his rookie was in 1990. And honestly, I could go through 1,000 sleeves, honestly, with some of these cards. But the only problem is John Franco. He's a great reliever. The only problem is that these cards are just not worth anything. Oh, here we go. Gotta love this one, though. Tom Glavine, one of the triplets for the Braves. That's a nice card. National League's winningest pitcher. That's awesome. Talks about potential. Term best pitcher in the league, just might. Yeah. All 3 of the triplets numbers are retired, and they're all Hall of Famers. Part of the reason of the Braves won the World Series back in '95. Tim Spear. Got a checklist, but their checklists are based on team. And what I don't know, yeah, they're all team based. It looks like the numbers were kept together. That's an interesting way. I've never seen anyone do that before. Huh. You'd think that'd be an interesting way of doing it, because then when you put everybody in place, you have all your teammates together. But I have never seen cards do that before. We're learning stuff new every day, all the time with this one. Another prospect, Gary DiSarcina. I think that's the Indians. Let's see. No, it's the Angels. Couldn't really tell. I couldn't see his uniform or his hat. Sandy Alomar Jr. is Roberto Alomar's brother. Used to be a was a Padre for 8 games, and then he went and became an Indian. Alomar, also a Padre. Alomar was all over the place, but I think the place he was known best for was when he was with the Blue Jays. Oh, I'm mixing up my piles. Okay, and we are done with that one. So nothing crazy. We still don't have our rocket. So we got one more pack to go. So let's go ahead and get this one going. Maybe rockets in this one. At least if we could pull another rocket insert. I mean, we haven't pulled any inserts with the first 3 packs. So let's hope. That's not the front card. And of course, there's a little bit of damage on the front card. That's a these, you know, like I said, I bought this in auction. It got shipped to me, so you never know how much it was bouncing around. Plus the fact that these cards are, you know, almost 30 years old. It's amazing that the edges and corners are as good as they are. So there's Von Hayes, Greg Olson, Jeff King. Jeez, there's Crime Dog, Fred McGriff. Was also a Brave and a Devil Ray. Wow, we've had no luck at even the little subsets in this one. And I want to say I'm halfway through this pack. There's John Candelaria. Well-known name. And there's Darryl Strawberry. After he gone over to the Dodgers. Was this the first year as a Dodger? No, he started in '91 with the Dodgers. So this would be the 2nd year. Yes, he was a Mets forever. Wally Ritchie. Okay, here we go. And of course, it's one of the cards I've already got. But we've got this is one of the Provision, a Robin Yount. And it's always interesting to see what it's about. I was trying to figure out what all the baseballs were, and it's just talking about, you know, the balls, or the sky's the limit. So, very interesting. Pretty card. But I think there's only 6 or 8 of these. So it's not a very big subset. There's Bobby Thigpen. Chuck Krim. Jesse Barfield. You can tell he's looking at the camera. He knows somebody's taking his picture right there. That's hilarious. It's Wally Joyner. Daryl Boston. A lot of these ones that I remember at the very end. And the last one, Brian Downing. That last pack was pretty light on things. So we'll recap the ones I've pulled out. You know, obviously I'll pull out and sleeve some of these. I'll sleeve more as I go back through them. But, you know, we did get a Barry Bonds. Much younger, skinnier Barry Bonds, when he was more about hitting and running fast and less about slugging it over the going yard. We got the highlight of this whole year is Roger Clemens. You know, he has a whole set devoted straight to him, but this is his base card. And we have another Hall of Famer, Larry Walker. Yeah, I pull him out a lot, and because I play with him a lot whenever I play MLB The Show, and I do very well with him, so becomes one of my heroes. Our Provision insert, the only one we got in these 4 packs was Robin Yount, which is a dupe. For the Superstar specials, we got this one with the Tiger Tandems, all these guys who went to Auburn. to include Bo Jackson and Frank Thomas. I did not know Frank Thomas went to Auburn. Interesting. We got Today and Tomorrow of Mo Vaughn and Cecil Fielder. And we got Teenage Sensations, Ramon Martinez and Ozzie Gillian. For the league leader, I like this one because right on top we have Tom Glavine in his Braves. We have Dennis Martinez. We have Terry Pendleton, second Brave. And we have Lee Smith, who can throw some massive heat in relief. And then finally, prospects. We got a lot of prospects out of this these 4 packs. We did get Gary DiSarcina. We got Tim Spear, Monty Ferris, Rob Mayer, Willie Banks, Kenny Lofton. Let me try to bring it up. Terry Bross, Jeff Gardner, Jarvis Brown, and Joel Johnson. Well, that's it for this 4-pack opening. And I'm trying to keep these relatively shorter because we could go on these forever. But, you know, I like to get in, get out real fast so that you can enjoy them. Let me know how you're liking it. You know, go ahead and leave any feedback in the comment section below. And make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe and hit that bell. And if you like this video, hit that like button so that I know you care. Even if you don't like it, thumbs down it too, because it tells me that, okay, I got to do something different. So that's it for this break. Or this rip. I hope to see you again next time, or at least I hope you see me again next time, or at least see my hands. Until then, bye.